Hey guys, I'm Krystal. I'm living part-time in my converted van that I purchased. In this video, what you can expect is my story, what led me to purchase a van, and what I plan on doing for the future, what my future plans are with the van. First, I'll tell you a little bit about me since it does kind of play into the reasons that I bought the van. Well, I am 19. I graduated a few years ago. I currently work as a portrait photographer in Fort Worth, and I'm located with the van in Denton most of the days. For those of you who do not know where Denton is, it's about a 45-minute drive from Fort Worth. The reason I live in Denton is because I'm going to college here. Alright, so let's get back to what made me buy a van. So throughout my teen years, I don't want to bore you with a long story, but long story short, I lived with different family members here and there, just for a variety of reasons. It's like finances, going to better school, being independent. When I was 17, I officially moved out of my mom's house and I moved in with another relative, my grandmother. And sometimes I would stay with her, sometimes I would stay with my boyfriend. It just depended on the season of my life and just what I was doing at that time, whether I was working full-time or going to school. It just really depended. But throughout this, I always did have a place to sleep, a place that I felt like was home to me, but I never had a place that I could see myself like living at for the rest of my college career. I never had like a permanent place that I didn't even know what to put down as my address. So after graduating, I ended up going to community college like right away, literally the day after graduation. I started a summer semester at the community college. I also, right around this time, picked up a new job as a portrait photographer at JCP Portraits, and it started as like a seasonal job, which I did like part-time, but it ended up being my full-time. I ended up doing it and I currently still work there. There I ended up taking online classes also, so it freed up a lot of time to just focus on work and saving money, and it was a great salary for like an 18-year-old just coming out of high school. It was like amazing, so I ended up saving a lot. I didn't really know what I was doing with it. I know I was saving for a reason, for like college, for emergencies in the future. I didn't quite know what exactly I was going to do with it other than let it sit there. I did have the usual bills to pay, like my phone, like paying off my car insurance, paying off my camera, but I didn't have to pay rent. And I'm not a big spender, I never was, so a lot of it did go into savings. And so while starting this new job, I started new routines. I had a lot more free time since school didn't really take up a lot of time. It was really easy for me. It was only online classes, so I did have a lot of free time that I used to explore things that interested me. Like I wanted to try healthier foods, practice mindfulness, focusing on well-being, meditation and stuff, and minimalism. Now, minimalism ended up being the game changer for me. I didn't have a lot of belongings to start with, but I did start downsizing things like my clothing, my makeup collection, and I started living a little bit more naturally. I also became vegetarian, and I have been for about 8 months. The community of minimalism and natural living, there's such a great platform for it on YouTube. One video led to the next after watching minimalism, after watching like vegans, after watching just a variety of things. It led me to van life. I saw one video of someone living in a van, and I was hooked from there. That's when I started thinking about it. It was like a distant consideration. I didn't really think that I would go through with it. I thought it was a really cool lifestyle, but I wasn't sure if it was for me just yet. I know I wanted to do it, but I just didn't know when or if I actually was going to go through with it. The more I thought about it, the more I realized that it really would fit in with my lifestyle, the natural and minimalist lifestyle that I want to pursue. And it also was great because it would save me a lot of money if I wanted to go away to college, and I wouldn't have to feel like I was living off of someone. I could be independent and still not have to pay rent, while still pursuing my lifestyle and being living on a budget. After I decided this was something that I definitely wanted to do, I started looking online for vans for sale every day. And in my free time, I would be on Craigslist, I would be searching on cars.com, I would be looking for what kind of deals there was on vans in my area, and even out 200 miles away I would even search because that's how much I wanted it. I ended up finding this one on Craigslist one day, and I just went for it. I emailed the guy, we exchanged phone numbers, I got information about the van. It ended up that the van was located in Austin, Texas, which I was fine with. It was totally worth it if I was going to essentially buy my home to live in, and plus it would be a fun road trip I could take. If you haven't seen my first video yet, that kind of shows the whole journey of me going and picking up, buying the van and everything with a few of my friends that helped and tagged along, but I can link that in the description also if you were interested in seeing it. So I wanted to go into what my plans are with the van for the future and what I'm currently doing as of now. What I plan on doing is finish the conversion process. I still have a lot to do in terms of making it livable, getting some power back here without having the engine on, making sure that my air conditioning works back here, and finishing up the walls and the ceiling, and just creating cabinets for storage and clothing. This is just a shower curtain right now, but eventually I think it'll be drawers, I'm not sure. But throughout college, I do plan on taking some mini road trips during my breaks so that I can still travel, because I mean, it's a travel van, that's what you do. I do plan on traveling on a budget, so I'm not really sure where that will lead me, but I'll definitely do it. I also want to continue my journey towards minimalism, and I feel like living in a van, the amount of time that I plan on doing it will definitely help me. If you are considering van life, if you are my age or even younger, 17, 18, if you come from a lower socioeconomic background, regardless of how old you are, where you come from, van life is definitely a possibility for everyone. I would recommend looking into it if you are interested. I'm so excited for this journey. I'm only like a month or two into this. There's so much more that I'm going to experience in this van. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.